Pass that goes all the way back into their own zone. Good play by Brock Matchett to move it ahead. Turnover there. Opportunity for the Tigers. Little too many moves in front. Good play and a save by Hudson Bradley. There's a great opportunity in front for Matthew McDonald. McDonald at it again. Now throwing punches. Both of them with the masks on. Now McDonald's helmet comes off. He and Nicola Ward.
McLoon par le disque. Maintenant, Matthew McDonald à contre-attaque. Passe à l'extérieur. Chance ici. Et une collision sur Simon Cormier. Et ça va inviter beaucoup de personnes. Et Boudreau s'implique ici avec le joueur en question, David Lebel. On laisse aller les gants.
Now it's going to be Cameron with it, shielding off a check. Cameron with it again. Now big hit back behind the play as Stort levels out a man. And now he wants to go after it with the Ramblers' Travis. As Stort laid a hit, and then Travis went after Stort. Stort turned around, and then Travis ran away, and then Duquette came in. And firing off the punches is Christmas. And he's thrown them at Cameron. And now Dylan McLean throwing the punches as well. As this one's gotten a little bit out of hand. McLean will regroup, and here we go again. As punches being thrown, helmets off. As Evan Nicholson in there, along with a member of the Caps.
Here they come again. Ryan in with a check. He loves to throw the body, and a crowd will form now. It's Nolan Ryan, not the biggest of players, but certainly throws it physically. And now dropping the gloves is Brendan Avery trying to get at Ryan. Ryan's helmet's off. He's going to try to get Avery's off, and Nolan Ryan, a fan favorite. And you got another fight, Zeph Martin, tied up with a Pictou player. Looks like number 14, Jack Dwyer. The line. Shot in on Flanagan. He makes the save with traffic in front. Kiefer Avery. More pushing and shoving. Seen a lot of that in this game. Seen a couple of fights. Now Logan O'Neill. It's Will Allen dropping the gloves with Lucas Canning. And again, that comes out of nowhere.
And that is off the skate into the boards. Now Brown is into it with Fournier. Fournier taking off his helmet. There on Brown. Refs let him go at it a bit, it looked like.
Playing the far side, the outlet feed hits Firmage. He'll dump it in. Marquis in after as the rest of his teammates want to head off. Firmage trying to get into a fight, and here we go with Wolf Talby. Two of them had a hit right in front of the penalty box area. Wolf Talby getting the better of Firmage right now. Now Firmage is coming back with some shots. The helmets both off. Wolf Talby gets knocked down.
Yelling for a penalty. The arms got entangled up. And now Ansem's, there's another player. Oh, and they're going to drop the gloves. Ansem's 91.
The problem is that the
Driscoll
Driscoll turtled.
Yeah, Niaz still has the gloves on, so we'll see if that's a one-man fight as there's only one punch is being thrown. That's Carter Ansom's. Defenders. Oh, look at this. Pattengale. There's 10:25 left, so players don't mind fighting. It was under 10 minutes for a different story.
Stick up for your teammate!
Pattengale.
And steer the ship back on course. Briggio under siege. Makes that stop. Now we've got some pushing and shoving. Burke Bede. And he's got to start chucking the knuckles. Burke Bede, the rookie's hammering away. Can't see who he's in a tilt against. But the rookie trying to inspire his team a little bit.
Lemieux Goupil. Now we got Fitzgerald getting into it with Duquette.
To the outside, and the Grand Falls Rapids come away with their first W on the season. Rhodes getting caught up in traffic behind the buzzer. Duguay. Now Will Morrison going after Simone Duguay. And their tussling match. Morrison's helmet is off. Dugay's cage has popped up. Morrison trying to get the helmet off. Morrison wrestles Dugay down to the ice.
Hartman. Whoa. There's a lost his feet there, went into the boards hard.
Yep.
He's getting up a little
And
worse for wear
that's
now.
going to be Trenum. Trenum's going after him.
I don't think that was intentional at all by Hemingway.
No.
Might get an instigator penalty here.
Yeah.
I can understand. Trenum saw his teammate go down, went in there hard.
Hemingway wants to still get at him.
On the wings trying to cut into this. Had a chance down 3-1 with a power play. Didn't result. McRae runs over his man. Oh, and then takes a nasty shot. We're going to have a tilt. We saw this one coming as Matt McRae throws a big body bourgeois down. And I know McRae, he was fired up after that power play goal that Edmonton scored. Huge hit in the corner.
Travis are talking at center ice.
Give each other a couple of whacks.
Well, Travis kind of turned around and asked them, and Bede turned around, but
Well, the over-under.
oh, here comes Travis and
There they go.
Bede. There we go.
They keep.
The buzzer goes. And we got a fisticuff going again. It's LaValle and Tetro. Lines on a partial breakaway. Save, Rouleau. Well, we got some shoving going on as Lines took a shot at the goaltender. Now it's two of them. 2-on-1 here.
And we got a fisticuff going here, that's for sure.
Et on a un escarmouche en avant de la cage après le sifflet. Et là maintenant, on jette les gonds. Et c'est Boudreau. Avec Liam Wolf, Toby, tout ceci. Ça va commencer lors de la première période. Et Boudreau amène Wolf Tollaby sur la glace.
Timberwolves paid one less. This is the 11th game of the season for the Blizzard. And another collision down in the corner. And Noah Woodard in the middle of it again. Break them up.
Now Avery and Lindsay are going to go right off the hop. Avery trying to get the mitts free, but the linesmen are going to break it up right away. As Lindsay's helmet came off, nobody got a punch in.
In my career.
It's not new anymore, but it is a newer rink.
Oh, and that's a hit from behind on Nora.
That's going to draw a crowd as Dutcher jumps in, and him and Lutz are not happy with each other.
Just a ground and pound matchup on the.
That's got to be tough for lines to get in there when skates are up in the air.
Yeah, well, that's why no one is jumping in right now. And he's got side mount. Curtis had to take another player to the dressing room, so that's.
LaFontaine busted a move around, and he snapped it on Boudreau. And that's something that Timberwolves need to do. We're going to have a fight here. As dropping the gloves is Duquette and Nolan Ryan. This is probably from last season where Duquette ran Jack Flanagan, and the Timberwolves remembered. Robert's got Hughes with him. Cuts into the middle. Can he shoot from there? He did. It's up off the glass. And through the crease, and Boudreau went down, and Thatcher Hughes is being molested there by Rutledge, and the wrestling match begins. Thatcher Hughes, the spunky Islander, they're still trying to get at him. It didn't hurt Boudreau. Might have bumped him or spun him there, but you'll see a lot of penalties coming up here. We'll continue. Gloves are off now. Glove came off for Mukrikov. Still wrestling in behind the bench, or net rather.
Right now, they've got all kinds of pressure. Wildcats on their heels. Yep, here we go.
Wombolt and Bede are going at it.
Wombolt's the smaller of the two. Speed putting the pounding on him. Wombolt's had a pretty good game tonight. Got his first goal, had a fight, played.
Baxter off a big night. Perret coming in. That's broken up by Henry. Chance there at the side of the net for Derek Bird. That goes off, and Henry dropping the gloves with Baxter. Henry takes the first swing. Baxter lets that glaze off his helmet and then says, okay, let's go. Takes the D1 commit down to the ground.
Back, makes a good defensive play, takes a chop on the hand, falls down momentarily, gets right back up, and he's got a couple of cross checks going. It's going to be a penalty. And there's more coming as now we've got a little bit of heck going on as Galliamov's in on the fracas. And all kinds of players. We've got some punches being thrown. This could escalate. Zach Briggio out having a word with Allard. As Devin Johnson hits the ice. Henry, about 4 or 5 cross checks in off that one. Trying to keep an eye to see if I can see Matt McRae. Are going to remain tied with Grand Falls for 5th place. I don't think the physicality's done in this one. And now Allard and Galliamov are going at it. And the big Russians ready to throw down. Linesmen get in there quickly, both of them. Galliamov and Derek Allard going at it. And Galliamov, considerable size difference there, trying to get at the diminutive West Kent forward.
Gupo keeps it in. Shot, that's handled by LeBlanc. Look out.
Stewart's dropped the gloves fast, and
LaBelle go at it.
And everyone's got a man right now. This is frustrations mounting for the Capitals, and Dutcher has his gloves off, and he's throwing them at the back of the helmet of Dixon. Now he's got the helmet off. But Dixon wins the wrestling match.
You know that second fight in the same stoppage of play.
Yeah, they're still going. They kind of.
Skate away, guys. Skate away.
Oh, Christmas. That's going to be a fight after the game.
Nolan Ryan now with a battle in the corner. A couple of Wildcats players there. Now and a big hit there. And, oh, we're going to get a little bit of extras here. And oh no. And now we're going to get a scrap. So there was Nolan Ryan knocked down Landon Toole in the corner. And now Noah Ryan and Nolan Ryan. So Noah Ryan defending his teammate there, and Nolan Ryan with a couple of big rights. I think the linesmen are going to step in and get this one. So
over. Now guys, shot through traffic, pinballs off a couple bodies. Kevin Walker, there it is. And here we go after the whistle as Walker gets jumped on by Davidson. And the officials trying to break it up, but Kevin Walker, how about that? Goal, and he'll take his man to the ice. And the Bearcats have a 4-0 lead.
Neutral zone. Fitzgerald gets knocked down. McKenzie getting up to it, and they're going to drop the gloves here. Matt McDonald and McKenzie.
Rushton keeps the play alive. Tyson Snow. He's just going to drop the gloves and start whaling. And he was going to settle a score against Duguay, who had taken Shattuck out, and the Fredericton captain is giving it to the Campbellton rear guard. And Tyson Snow, it took a while to pay the price, but you could see that coming.
Playing the hard rim around. Here's Toole. Big hit by Ryder Howitt, and there's 3 Valley Wildcats in on him. Storts just tossed the gloves off. and he's after a man as well. And now Dixon after Hemingway behind the plate. No one's noticing Ethan Dixon. Jack Robinson gonna have to come in and help. Dixon and Hemingway going at it. Dixon's throwing the rights. Ethan Dixon taking down the veteran. How about that? As Ethan Dixon, much smaller than Braden Hemingway, and it doesn't matter. Fantastic stuff from the Caps' newest acquisition, Ethan Dixon.
Nobody wants to make the mistake now.
Absolutely. So face-offs will become huge going down the stretch. So you'll see, oh, we got a fight breaking out here. Is it a one-puncher or no? They get up and they keep exchanging. So Isaac Arsenault fighting against Liam Duquette.
That'll be all she wrote, folks.
We're going to have a fight before the end of the game. It's McIntyre and Befekadu. They were jawing with each other, and you could see that they wanted to go.
After that could be icing, and indeed it is. 13-20 at the play on that. As the linesman's coming over to make sure if somebody got to the bench. Now we've got a scrum down in the corner. There's at least one glove off. Hopkins has got the stick up, and that's throwing punches is Ryan Harper. And Hopkins is a little bit cranky. He gets a good right in, but the linesmen are in there pretty quickly to break that up.
Qui s'amène ici. On va s'échanger la rondelle maintenant. Oh, en fond de territoire, il y a eu une mise en échec là. Un peu douteuse là. Et là, qu'est-ce qui se passe? On va jeter les gants, mais d'un seul côté, un joueur des Steamers qui est vraiment maltraité là sur la patinoire. De récupérer. On bloque le passage cependant aux Steamers en entrée de territoire. Là, il y a deux joueurs là, qui sont engagés dans une dispute derrière l'action. Et il y en a un d'eux qui va jeter les gants. Pour la deuxième fois dans ce match, les gants qui vont se retrouver sur la patinoire.
The puck. Oh, high hit there. Referee's arm is up and Stewart's going to come in. Finn Morris is in there. So Stewart, well, they're definitely throwing punches here. That looks like Stewart and maybe Duquette. And Stewart is not holding back on Duquette. And that is a decisive win for Nolan Stewart. Not his first tilt in Maritime Junior. Low pace to this game now as Boisvert looks to, he throws an unnecessary hip check on Arsenault. And he's going to be greeted by Hughes. In comes Jude Campbell. This time it is Nadeau with Jude Campbell. There's no need for this. I don't like to see that when this is a legitimate fight between Nadeau and Campbell. Haven't seen a ton of that from Campbell this season. Nadeau's no stranger to it. And Boisvert, as usual, pretty actively involved in the middle of things. Hughes is not finished with familiarizing himself with Boisvert, and now Campbell is stepping in there again. I don't like to see players throwing punches with their gloves on. Hughes is on top of Boisvert. That might put an end to, that'll put an end to both of their nights. And now Harper comes in, and he flattens one of the Yarmouth players, and now the shenanigans have broken out in a big way. Harper didn't start it, but he certainly wanted to finish it. Perron is down.
The fish tank crowds, something else.
At least for them, the only game next week is the road game against Amherst as Fauchon gets knocked down by Makryakov. Good hit at the blue line. And Julian Waugh. And here we go. Julian Waugh standing up for his teammate, Ian Makryakov. Right in front of the Yarmouth goal. Helmet still on Makryakov. Julian Waugh trying to get that off. As Makryakov throws. The officials step in.
started off with 5 losses in those games before a big character win. And maybe you look at that win last Sunday in West Kent, 3-3 as a penalty coming up again to the Wildcats.
Shot from behind there. That's going to cause a bit of a hate there. Burke Bede loves to mix it up. He's got his gloves off. If the linesman let the other player free.
Yeah, Bede and McDonald, and Bede's throwing punches here.
Yeah, and the two linesmen are going through what I went through about 15 years ago, being a little guy in this league when bigger guys are trying to fight.
Oh, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Une bagarre au centre Jean Deck. McRae et Marco Martin, et là, les deux ont perdu les casques. C'est très dangereux qu'il y ait contact avec la tête sur la glace, là.
Hartnell, he's not usually a threat to score, but he makes a good play of it.
Oh, we got a fight.
Drop the mittens. Fowler
gets the takedown.
That's not worth anything on the scoreboard.
With both of them, they're still yapping at each other. So when do they get the?
That's when they're just going to. Dustin DeVoe's going to take him out.
They're going to scrap.
Just a takedown attempt. Grab the leg, sweep the leg. It was Will.
Oteri. Nice save, Oteri down after making that save. Now we're seeing a couple altercations there after that. Oteri still on one knee. Things escalating in the corner. That looks like Stewart. The referee's going to come over and say either stop this or you're going to be in serious trouble.
Rushers, 2 full seasons and parts of 2 more, as now we got a fight between Alex Christmas and Will Morrison. Or sorry, that's not Morrison, my apologies. That is Raphael Michaud, as 2 cagers trying to get at each other, trying to get each other's helmets off. They're not going to do so, and it ends up just being a wrestling match down to the ice with me
On Mullally. Jacquin loses it for Jacques. And McRae sees Jacques, and he goes right after him. Now those two are squaring off. And McRae throwing a little jab now. A couple punches being thrown. Jacques holding on. McRae loses the gloves, and now he's throwing it with Alexis Jacques. Helmet's coming off, and Jacques just takes him down. And Lyons and LeBlanc are also having a little battle. They're going to be second fighting the same stoppages. They don't watch out. McRae's really going after Jacques. Moroz stands him up. And now George is going to get a penalty. The Savoie, and there's going to be a fight. McIntyre and George both have cages on. Trying to get the cages off. McIntyre still trying to get the helmets off. And McIntyre lands up on top of George and throws a couple shots onto the cage. Both players just punching cages, so watch out for the hands.
As we're back underway, Manis gets run into there, and we're going to have an offside against Pictou County as the puck just came out of the zone. And now after the whistle, we get some pushing and shoving, and we get some gloves dropped, and it's Brendan Avery and Noah Coffin, as Avery trying to bring some life into his team and into this crowd as he takes down Coffin. And of course, it all happens right near the near side. Has had some challenges here tonight. And now we get a couple of crushers getting dumped to the ice after the whistle. Now we got gloves off, we got helmets off, and we got Ben Wallace chucking haymakers. And we got more guys wanting to get into it, as we got Mac Wallace getting absolutely ragdolled as bonus. Now we got a second fight, same stoppage, as Howitt was chucking with Ben Wallace.
I like the game Kyle McGuire's played for Yarmouth.
Oh, and there's a fight. There's Travis and Bede.
Bede and Travis.
Bede's got the helmet off. They're just throwing down rainmakers on him.
Top of Flanagan, LaRouche, and Gennard go to the inboards. Tita's there to help. Around it comes. Holding and waiting is McDonald. He's going to flip it up. We got a fight behind the play. It's Nolan Ryan has dropped the gloves. He, along with Kyle McIntyre. Nolan Ryan and McIntyre throwing right hands. McIntyre pulled the helmet off Nolan Ryan's head. That's going to be a major penalty. As they collide down in the corner. And the officials should really get in there. When one of the players loses his helmet, that's when they should jump in. Line
somewhat goes after Lindsay. Ben Lindsay, the only change from last night's roster. Lindsay is in on the back end. Cregan Tompkins out up front. And we've got Brown and Cantway going at it, dropping the gloves at center ice. And both wearing full cages, and those fists hitting on Cage. Wide. He's got one tonight, unassisted back in the first. It tied up the game. Actually, it gave the Rapids a 2, and Medrick Allard is being given the wood, and now Isaac Allard gets in on Zachary Boudreau. And Boudreau now takes down Medrick Allard again. So Boudreau giving the wood to the back of the neck of Medrick Allard. Isaac Allard comes in to
whatever you do, just don't hit me.
Sometimes do it on purpose, too.
Not your members of your team.
No, I'm talking junior A, the year I get hit by.
Oh, McDonald lines are going. Line's trying to get the cage off. McDonald has the full cage on. Now he does, but he's on his knees. And that's when the referees jump in. Oh, and Line's with a little right jab.
A spear or cross-checking?
They're both making the spear.
Oh, and there's Canning now on Ryers, and Travis is going right at Canning. Travis threw the referee away. His wires crossed.
So the shenanigans goes, and Asbridge, they got it off. Oh, and there's a couple of fights going on. Lavoie going at it on the other side. So Asbridge getting the best of it. So 2 fights here.
Badcock. Marco Martin s'en mêle. Là, c'est à coup de bâton et un double échec au visage de Badcock. Et Marco Martin là, qui a rabattu Badcock sur la glace assez rapidement, merci. Et là, il le bouscule comme une... c'est sûr que Badcock a accueilli Marco Martin avec une... heureusement qu'il porte la visière complète. Je pense que ça l'empêche. Et 2 gars avec des grilles complètes qui en viennent au cou. Et mon Dieu, ça doit faire mal aux mains. Aïe, aïe. Oh, là, bien, Will Allen a perdu son casque. Est-ce qu'il y a des sanctions sévères quand on se bat comme ça dans la dernière minute de jeu?
With him, puck is picked off. And then Hain spins Firmage down to the ice. And the Welsh grabs onto McCollum. DeYoung getting a hold of Corbett. The two shoving each other. Seems like they want to fight. And DeYoung tackles Corbett down. A couple of swings for each player in there. Lavallee forced back out to the neutral zone. Hain getting into it with Arsenault, and Hain grabbing onto the helmet. Now the two of them getting into it. Arsenault throwing Hain, throwing right back.
To Singer out in neutral ice. Singer and Arnold play a little back and forth. Now it's sent down. Now we got some pushing and shoving right in front of the Crushers bench. And that's going to draw a crowd. As we've got somebody, Stewart was throwing several punches at O'Neill. He did get one glove off and get a few punches thrown.
McIntyre with a chance. His shot deflected wide, and another point shot delayed penalty here against the Rapids. Tita tied up by Govro, and in comes Jack Brown. Hauled down Tita. Brown swinging. He's dropped the gloves. Tita's helmet, I believe that's Tita without a helmet. He's still got a hold of Govro. And there was a penalty coming to Grand Falls.
Churro
We're
here
gonna have
again.
a fight.
We've got a scrap at center. This one's been building, Jeff. Tompkins and Bede.
Yeah, we knew these guys were going to go. Oh, more of a mauling right now.
And Bede gets a right hand free. Now Tompkins starts throwing the rights.
What they were doing at the beginning, they removed each other's helmets. A couple of hammers on top of the back of the heads by Tompkins at the end. They go to the ice.
Another sneaky pickup by Phil Fife. Pick him up from Campbellton. Yeah, it's going to be... Yeah, things just got really interesting really fast.
Minutes for roughing, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. Look out, we're going to have some fisticuffs here or something's going to happen. There's a huge hit in front by Galiamov. Now we're going. Bert Munn's into it. You knew this was going to happen. There wasn't a chance it was going to get away from it. Now there's some swinging. Tyson Snow comes in. He's got the helmet off, and he is a wailing on Rhodes. Tyson Snow ragdolling Rhodes. Galiamov wants to go. He's shoving his man away. That's
Throw it at the net. Knocked down in front. Hayes battling for it along the boards. Comes loose. Quick shot. Fired on there by David. Helmet has come off over there, and there's some pushing and shoving. Hayes has been in the middle of it. And gloves have now come off. Hayes throwing right hands. Who is he locked up with there? Looks like it's Hendrickson.
Topolnitsky holds the line. McWilliam sent down to the ice. He gets right back up, goes after Underhill in the corner, and McWilliam takes Underhill down, and McWilliam drops the gloves. He's going to be headed to the dressing room once again with Boisvert. McWilliam was on top. Boisvert comes over, and with the linesman on top of McWilliam.
call it a fight because the helmets are still on with the cage. Now they're off. Oh, and we're gonna end it. Unfortunate. Travis wondering why the fight was waved off. So are the Capitals fans who are booing, as that would have been a great fight as
Tiger player left all alone. Nice shot by the defenseman of the Tigers. Looked like Sawyer. And we've got some penalty. We've got some rough stuff here. Well, looks like we're going to have two players. Little fight here just to add some sugar to the afternoon. In this third period. Back. Oh, here we go. We have a fight here right in front of the Tiger bench. Looks like it's McIntyre, 22. 22 of the Tigers. And is it Brown? I can't see the other players, but McIntyre. Whoa.
$16.59 from McFarland's 20th. Tyson Snow picks up his 13th assist. We're going to have a tilt. Snow is going at it hard, and he is throwing some serious punches at Hendrickson. Tyson Snow landing numerous rights. Oh, and the captain, it dropped the steamer. And that
give chase. Big hit, and we got something behind the net. Allen is now going to get into it with Hartnell, and the gloves are off as Bent and Allen were initially getting into it.
Allen hauled him down from behind, and Hartnell came in.
DeYoung throws into the far corner.
Corbett broke his. Here comes Mark Corbett.
And here we go.
Chemin derrière le gardien d'un rouleau, il va déposer cette rondelle dans la cage adverse alors qu'attention, on aura Byrne et Tétro qui vont s'affronter. Tétro qui vient défendre son coéquipier. Byrne, attention, elle scène quelques bons coups. Tétro la même chose. Tétro qui va envoyer.
McDonald's pass knocked down by Avery. McDonald gets it back, save, rebound, second chance, and that one's deflected just wide. Penalty about to come to an end, and we get a big hit there, and Alex Christmas takes exception to it, and we got our first fight of this evening as Wolf Talby and Alex Christmas chuck the mitts.
On s'amène à 3 contre 3, le tir de Clark qui va dévier par-dessus la cage de Mills. Et attention, devant la cage de Mills, on s'échange quelques coups. C'est Duguay qui est encore une fois en combat. Il sera remporté par le joueur des Steamers sur cette séquence.
Looking to get it down low. It'll be turned over, and here comes Fournier. Puts it off the post. And there will not be an empty net goal, but there will be a team with a championship banner. The Edmundston Blizzard have won the 2025 Metal Fab Cup with a 4-game sweep of the Crushers, a 3-1 final in game number 4.